Hello my viewers. Today I'm just going to make a video showing you more about the old TVs. As I said in the previous video, this is the AWA 8 preset soft push or metal chrome coated buttons. Quite a nice design. 8 preset. It's got all your adjustments behind here. I can't really see that much light because I bought the light, but yeah, in there you've got your sharpness, tone, vertical hold, B level and colour. Yeah, nice wood grain finish. 2 headphone ports and a nice big speaker. Yeah, picture adjustments, volume adjustments, pretty easy to use. There's all your tuning. VHF, VO and UHF. Oops, yeah, clip's broken. I won't be plugging these in today though, haven't got any power hooked up to here, so they're just sitting there until I find somewhere else I can put them and start working on them. And this one's a Pi Series 85. There's only a 6 preset, UHF 0, 2, 7, 9 and 10. It's your power, IR receiver. This is actually remote control by the way. There's your tuning, your volume and your picture and brightness and all that controls, and your tone right there. Got a nice big speaker as well, made for VCR but set-top box works on it. Nice bulging tube like the older TVs had. Makes it look much older than what it already is. Wood grain, retro antenna setup before they had house antennas installed back in the old days. This is the actual 1981, so the way it looks and design, it looks like it's much older than what it actually is. Yeah. Alright, I'll do another video now showing you what's inside. Okay, here's what it looks like inside the AWA one. There's a big power transformer. It's actually grounded too, like a lot of these older ones had. Speaker, yeah, 3-watt speaker. 2-watt actually. It's got a tuning mechanism, picture and volume, and yeah, tuning and all that sort of stuff. There's a tube. Let's see if I can good showing a date. Can't really get it to work. Just says date code at the very bottom there, somewhere next to it, behind this cord. And behind that tape, that cord's in the way. It says date code and it's got 9D00173. So pretty sure it tells me it's made in the first week of 1973. It's all original too, so I'm assuming the whole TV will probably be made then. There's a neck board, 1 capacitor I've replaced. There's the rest of the board. Yeah, tuning section. It's actually quite a strong receiver. Just put the set-top box next to this TV and it'll pick it up without even having to plug it in. There's a delay line board, main filter capacitor, big Mitsubishi flyback transformer, Murata brand focus controls, and the rest of the driver board for all that sort of stuff on the side of it. And there's your big resistors, ballast resistors, and Hitachi brand HT lead. So it's all pretty good quality stuff in here. There's the rest of the board, your heat sinks, you see the deflection like amplifier transistors, I think they are. There's another one for part of the flyback circuit, all that sort of stuff. Well, that's actually the resistor, I mean. So, adjustments and little fuse, which I've got to replace with a proper one. Variable resistors there, various other pieces, so yeah. And there's all the little electrolytics in here I've got to work on changing. There's a couple there, one there, next to that resistor, a big one there, 2 behind there, another 2 there behind, but next to the flyback. There's another couple right in there you probably won't see, but they're between that flyback and that other board there. Yeah. Alright, and then I'll show you what's inside the other one. Okay, here's a look inside the Pi. As I said before, that's a TV has a nice long modern type tube. It's actually made in Taiwan by Philips. There's a delay line board, little neck board, and more capacitors will eventually end up changing. There's the old AC Mylar round type flyback transformer. And that's its rectifier, I'm pretty sure. There's your what is it? It says on here what it is. Yeah, supply. There's a transformer at the bottom of the flyback transformer under the board. It's actually E, this whole part of the board here. You see the line going straight down. And there's D. It's all categorised, this circuit board, so it makes it easier when it comes to servicing. That's C, B and A. There's your sound. So the way it's set up looks like it's pretty simple and tells you, makes it easy for servicing. Yeah, everything just snaps in, so pretty good how I did that. And there's your other bits and pieces, your tuning, receiving, your receivers, standby, transformer power supply. And there's that little board there, that steel thing I think is part of the remote control circuit. Yeah, you got that little steel thing there with a red wire coming out, which is the IR receiver coming to that board. Yeah, probably one of the first TVs come out with IR remote controls in those days. Yeah, long yoke. As I said, long tube. There's your other bits and pieces. There's a big driver transistor. As I said, live chassis. Even though it's made, there it is, the date there, 3rd of the 8th, 81. So the way it's designed, it looks much older than this one, the way they've set it all up. And there's a little stand for it. But I've got it taken off, so I can store it up here out of the way. And there's the back, and the model number, I can't see with the camera, 48LRINT. Yeah. It doesn't say what's the serial tube, but yeah, the date's on the bottom anyway. Oh well, the speaker and everything else. Really old type flyback cord. There's your clips that hold the circuit board up, the chassis, and there's your focus controls. And there's a big filter cap down there. Yeah. Set up so it's pretty easy here to, makes it easy to service, as I said before. Everything's all categorised, tells you what's what. There's a capacitor there I've replaced. Have to work on getting a new one eventually. But the TV does work. Picture's really good. I have used this with a set-top box too. As of this one, I've used this with a set-top box as well. The picture tube needs to be, the guns need to be realigned as it is pretty worn. Anyway, that concludes the video on my TVs. Well, thank you for watching. Oh yeah, one thing else I forgot to mention. This is a brochure that comes with this TV. Deep image colour, just a marketing thing. Super Q chassis is what the model, this model here is, C5310. And there's a bit of promotional stuff. AWA outperforms because the new Super Q chassis deepens the image. There's an illustration of what the inside looks like. Looks pretty accurate too. And there's all the reading describing how good the TV is and the new technology they had at the time. Your components are under stress. Power consumption has been reduced, so your deep image receiver runs cooler. It tells you how it runs, makes it last longer, and quick warm up of the cathodes in the tube, giving it longer life, all that sort of stuff. And one more thing I didn't mention. With this, that's actually for your VCR, which is VHF, which this normal plug doesn't work with a set-top box. I use these red ones, which are screw type connectors. So I cut another one of those cables, like one of this one. I've cut one of these off and then out of another old TV, which is totally stuffed, dead. And that, yeah, stripped the outer shielding, that metal primary shielding, if you want to call it, screws under one, and the inner wire onto the top one. Set the box just plugs straight into that. And that's it. I also like how they've made it so it slides up, the cover comes off. That's pretty neat. Yeah, that's it.